Hi, and welcome back to more DML. So today we will be unlocking the rare Pilgrim Dragon, and I've actually never had this dragon on my main account before, which I didn't even realize until like yesterday. So we are actually getting a new dragon for the first time in, well, quite a bit now. So there we go, we will pop that balloon over to him, and there is our Pilgrim Dragon unlocked. So the Screaming Eagles event, you know, my main issue with this event is the fact that, 700 points is only doable without spending gems if you're awake every night and you pretty much never sleep properly, and I've been sleeping, so this event is like a foregone conclusion for me. But at least we got one dragon out of it, which I'm happy about. And I'm also going to hatch one of these Liberty Dragons, because you can see we've got the Firestar and two Liberty Dragons, which is certainly a mini collection to have. But, I don't really need these Liberty Dragons since I already had one anyway. But, I mean, having two or three, if we've got the space, there's nothing wrong with that, is there, little Oompa? Little Oompa the Liberty Dragon. I mean, he's a light wind and metal dragon. And I don't know, I don't really feel too great about using him on a team or anything like that, but he's definitely a cute little dragon that you can add to your codex collection and, just look at and go, wow, you actually look super weird. So we've got him, and then of course, since we just got the Pilgrim, we actually need to pop him into the hatchery. So, where are you? Here he is. So if we pop him in, he actually has just under an 18-hour hatching time, which, isn't that long because he's only a rare dragon, but you gotta remember that today we have a lot of stuff going on. So, mainly, of course, the new dragon of the week, which is the bludgeon dragon, is going to be available in less than an hour, and on top of that, of course, we have the Dawn to Dusk Wing event, which is going to be using the bludgeon dragon that we will or will not breed depending on luck. So, even though I just popped my own Pilgrim Dragon into the hatchery, honestly, keep your hatchery free, keep your breeding den free, and don't put in long food, because we don't know what the heck is going on with that. Save your portal energy in case you need it. This is a new event, we only know part of the info about what's going on, so I would suggest just keeping everything for this next event. Okay, we got that all sorted, all cleared up, great, fantastic. And of course, because we're going to have a lot of events coming up, there are gem sales that are probably going to be coming from left, right, and center, so if you do want to buy them, they are available. And on top of that, there is actually a promotion on for, arguably, the world's ugliest dragon in DML. So if you didn't know, the Droid Dragon, which is in this awesome offer, air quotes here, he is actually my least favourite dragon in this game. Because, I don't know, I feel like, I like the fact that they tried to do pixelated dragons to go with, the old school gaming theme, but I just don't think it fits the DML style. It just freaks me out. Freaks me out a lot. But if you like this dragon, because, it's all personal preference, then you can go and buy it for £8.40. Apparently, he's meant to be £70 on average, which I don't believe for a second, by the way. But that is the current deal with what is going on. And, I do feel bad that we're not going to get the Patriot Dragon, the Raptor Dragon, which was my true goal for this Dragon's Delight event. I gave up a long time ago, because I'm not going to sit here and get 1,600 points, because you can clearly see the point where people started spending a lot of money. You can very evidently see it. Like, there's people that are just hitting the 700 mark and stopping here, but then the people up at the top, there's no way you're going to compete with that unless you're willing to spend, like, probably £30-40 at least worth of event currency. So, if you missed out, feels bad, man. I do feel bad for you, but, I've said this so many times. I expect it at this point, because the very first Dragon's Delight event that was ever released on our Android account, we were in first place the entire time. Like, no one was anywhere even close to me. Well, there was one person that was like probably 50 to 80 points away from me, but I was definitely in the lead, and I was on the game. Like, I was definitely on it. I was here for every reset. I wanted to win that Vulture Dragon. And then, literally within the last 2 minutes of the event, I was still ahead, and then suddenly this person just shoots up in score, and is suddenly like 50 points ahead of me. In the last 2 minutes of the event. So the entire event, I was way ahead, and it was like secured that it was going to be my own victory, because, I mean, that person was obviously trying, the one that eventually did get in first place, but I don't think they were on the game as frequently as I was, and I learned never again to assume that the Dragon's Delight event was doable. Just, like, naturally. So, you know, I've never had really a good relationship, let's say, with the DD events, as some call them. So, every time I talk about the Dragon's Delight events, I probably sound a little bit salty in my voice and the way that I talk about them, and that's because I am. Because I just hate the way that they're designed. Like, even at top 3, you can see all of those people spent like 1,500 plus points in my bracket. Like, there is no way that I am going to contest with that. Like, the last time I actually put money on DML was about 4-5 months ago now. Legitimately. It was probably 5 months ago. Close to. That's how long it's been. I am not going to put on £40 for one Dragon's Delight event. Just no thank you. But, you know, to those that do enjoy spending money on this game and, you know, keeping the game and the servers and everything alive, you know, I don't blame you. It is a leaderboard event, so don't take this as me just being like, oh, death to all spenders or something like that. No, not by any stretch. I'm just saying that if you're a free-to-play person, the Dragon's Delight events are not made for you. They are just not made for you. You know, it's like a lot of things in this game. VIP, you can't get it if you don't spend money, of course, or you get gifted gems. That also happens every so often. I know, it's just certain event types obviously are made for those that are willing to spend the dosh. And you still gotta respect that, because they are the ones that are, you know, outright supporting the game and its development, and they're the ones that keep the game running. Because if the game doesn't make enough in sales figures, or in actual generated cash, obviously they'll shut the game down without a second's notice, because trust me when I say this, if the game isn't making money, Gameloft will shut this game down. Do not assume they will not. You know, you should know this from their old games, the ones that they just sort of, as soon as they had a new version, even if there were like thousands and thousands and thousands of players still playing the game, nah, they just turned the servers off. Simple as that. So, you know, no matter how salty I am, take it with a grain of salt, because I'm still happy that people are keeping the game up and running, but it does make the events very annoying, to say the least. Like, I'd rather them just call them premium events from, like, the very beginning, rather than playing and tugging with my heartstrings. I would literally rather them just say, yes, these events are made for paying players. That is how they work. Obviously, technically speaking, they can't predict how many points the people in your bracket are gonna get. But I saw people posting images on Facebook and, you know, in Discords and that, whereby I think it was 9 hours into the event, there were already people with 1,800 points in their bracket. I don't know why, because let's be real here. If you just play out, like, most of the event, or over the 3 or 4 days of the event, say you at least get some points, you won't need to spend that amount of money to begin with. So they're literally just, like, throwing away their money at that point. And I'm like, why? You could at least play out the event, see how many points you have and your opponents have, and then put on the money that you need. But no, I guess you can just, like, put on way more money than you needed to actually get into the event. And then they'll probably get overtaken by someone else anyway, because it's the Dragon's Delight that... I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's just some of the amounts that people spend for no reason is just mind-boggling. If you're gonna spend money, do it wisely. Like, if you're gonna spend money on gems, spend it on the stuff that you need. Save it for the upcoming Divine event, save it for the Dawn to Duskwing events. Don't just waste all your money on some crappy Dragon's Delight event. With dragons that, to be honest, aren't even that impressive. But, anyway, for now, I am going to start getting prepped for the breeding, for the bludgeon dragon, and you know, breeding guides and that will be coming. And I'm not sure when they said the Dawn to Duskwing event was actually beginning, we just know that it's today. It's probably like 12 GMT or something like that. But, you know, for now, power to you. However you did in the Screaming Eagles event, I hope you at least got the habitat limit extender and the pilgrim as, you know, the absolute minimum that you go for in this event. But, you know, for now, don't be too salty. Don't blame players that didn't stop at 700. They might not even know about it. But for now, I love you, and I'll see you soon.